welcome to another edition of the MOSE STOVALL Show. And I'm your host, MOSE STOVALL. Today I've got a soulful singer, a sultry singer, the one and only Miss Aretta. I'll be interviewing her and asking questions and letting her walk you through her life. Sit back, relax, and get ready. The MOSE STOVALL Show is on. I'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Household Remodeling and Ironworks is licensed and bonded. For all your residential and commercial needs, Household Remodeling and Ironworks specialize in wrought iron burglar doors and windows, custom wrought iron estate doors, custom built handrails and gates, lawn service, trailer gates, and heating and air conditioning protected cages for home, businesses, and churches. Call Household Remodeling and Ironworks today to get your free estimate today. Locally owned and operated. Look for Household Remodeling and Ironworks on Facebook.
It's Vision 3 LLC, doing good for the entire neighborhood. DJs, venue assistants, fit training, life coaches, event planning. It's Vision 3, an information service for our community. To contact us, email us at vision3llc@yahoo.com.
If you need entertainment for a concert, corporate event, or private gathering, contact King's Entertainment Booking Agency, 205-705-4050. If you need a singer, if you need a live band, if you need a DJ, or if you need a host or MC, King's Entertainment Booking Agency has you covered with Lattimore, Wilson Meadows, MOSE STOVALL, Mel Hollywood, Nathaniel Kimball, Certified Slim, T. Saunders, Bill Avery, the legendary Willie Mack, Stephanie Pickett, Taboo, Lady Trucker, MB Radford, and host, MC, and DJ Ed Ramsey. If you need a singer, a band, a DJ, and MC, King's Entertainment Booking Agency with the best entertainment for corporate events, concerts, or private gatherings. King's Entertainment Booking Agents, 205-705-4050. When you want the best entertainment for your corporate event, concert, or private gathering, contact King's Entertainment Booking Agency, 205-705-4050.
Hello, and welcome back to the MOSE STOVALL Show. I told you I had a great interview lined up for you, and it's with this beautiful woman right here. Miss Aretta Woodruff is in the building, and she is doing her thing all over this country right now, y'all. So I'm so proud of her. You know, if you follow me, you know you've seen Miss Aretta with me on many occasions. And right now, I'm just going to let her introduce herself to you and let you know a little bit about where she's from and where she's going. Miss Aretta, how you doing, baby?
I'm good, Mose.
Welcome, baby.
Thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, baby. Welcome to the MOSE STOVALL Show. First of all, I want you to go ahead and just introduce yourself and let everybody know who you are and where you're from, baby.
My name is Ms. Aretta.
I like that.
Yes, you know, MZ.
MZ.
I grew up in a little country town.
Country girl.
A little country town called Wellington, Alabama.
Wellington.
And I will not tell anybody that I'm not proud of where I come from.
Now tell us where Wellington is. Where is that?
Right outside of Jacksonville. You know where Jacksonville State College is? Right outside of Jacksonville State, in between Anniston, Gadsden, and Jacksonville. This little old dirt road is what it used to be back in the day.
And see, I didn't even know that. I thought it was Cropwell and some stuff like that, because I know you got relatives that live in that area. I didn't know you was from Upward Center and Piedmont. See, I know the area.
Ah, yes you do.
You know, up that way. So Wellington, Alabama, born and bred this little young lady right here.
Yes.
And so how long did you live in that area before you branched off into these bigger cities?
I moved to the bigger cities maybe around about 95. I came to Birmingham.
So you did your elementary school and your high school and everything. Alexandria. I know where that's at. It's a beautiful campus sitting right there, right outside of Anniston.
It is. Right
I did not know. I used to run around a lot up that way, doing some different things. I like that. I was working.
Good music.
Yeah. So you born in Wellington, raised in Wellington. So Birmingham is where you moved from there. That was your first stop.
Yes.
Outside of that.
It is.
95. What brought you to Birmingham?
Well, I moved here. I got married during that time and moved here just to enjoy the festivities of the city.
Right.
I would come over with a friend of mine back then it was called French Quarters.
French Quarters, yes ma'am.
And I knew nothing about French Quarters until I started coming with one of my friends, and her last name at that time was Blue.
Okay.
And I was like, where you going this weekend, Blue? She said, I'm going over to have some fun in Birmingham.
Right.
I'm like, oh, okay. So
right.
we came over with her. You know, she came over to try out for background vocals, and I was like, okay, this is all right.
Wow.
So I started coming over and hanging out and enjoying the music. I was like, this place is nice.
Mind blowing.
It's nice. So.
Because even me, I was just sitting back in the crowd watching myself, being educated. My dad had been through that channel and did some things there, but a place like French Quarters make you move from well.
Right, exactly.
You get bit by that bug, and it'll bring you to Birmingham. Tell me and tell them, when did you get this bug, get bitten by the music bug, the singing bug? Because, I mean, you do such a great job with it.
Well, actually, I started young because my brother used to tell Mom, will you please tell her to hush? Please tell her to hush.
Just around the house.
But it was because at 6 and 7, the little squeaky voice was a little bit where, you couldn't hit the little notes, the high-pitched notes. But 6 and 7 years old, of course, singing in the church and all, in which most of us got our roots from the church.
Right, you in the country, baby. I know y'all went to church.
Yes, and so, as I got older, the years kept progressing, and I kept, singing in the choir.
Honing your skills.
Yes, and when I got to that point of singing, with the choir, and then when I moved to Birmingham, and started I went to a tryout for background vocals. My godfather at the time was like, look, you need to go and try out for this lady.
Who did you audition for?
Miss Eleanor Spencer.
Oh, wow.
Miss Eleanor
Beautiful.
Spencer and Mr. Roscoe Robinson. And when I tell you
legends,
yes, when I tell you, I am still humbled and elated to this day.
Wow.
Because I would not be where I am had it not been for those two. And he's deceased now, Wayne Trammell, God rest his soul. He was the musician playing behind them at that time. And when I say
fingers,
that man tickled the ivory. He could do that. And I tried out for vocals, and I think Elaine was there during that time, Elaine Hudson.
Oh, yeah.
And I made it, through. And we did a show there was a place called The Entertainment.
Yeah,
it was not the Hensley location. It was the one on Bessemer Highway, that big building off to the side. And we did a show there, and I can't remember the gentleman's name that was the business owner at the time.
Okay.
The show was a success.
Wow.
And I ended up, from that point on, singing background with Wayne Trammell with Season Please.
Right.
And then I went on to record background vocals with Gwen McCrae. Getting What I Want. But I'm thankful because music is, as they say, is in you.
Right.
And when you love it and it's a passion, it's just, you keep going on and on.
What year did you do that audition? When was that?
Ooh, I want to say 1999.
99.
I want to say 99.
So 4 years after you've been to Birmingham, had you done any other music stuff other than going to the French Quarters and people?
No.
Hadn't done anything?
I had not.
Had you joined a church here in Birmingham?
I did. I joined Greater New Antioch.
Were you singing there? Was it the one in Hensley?
In Hensley,
right
yes.
on Warrior Road?
Avenue G.
Okay. What was it, Pastor Hammond?
Dr. E.O. Jackson.
E.O. Jackson.
Yes, they're best friends, of course.
Okay, right.
Dr. E.O. Jackson was my pastor during that time.
So they pulled you on in that choir?
Yes.
And you were singing angelic, huh?
Yes.
Well, tell us now, you auditioned for Eleanor Spencer and Roscoe Robinson, and those are legends.
Yes.
And how was that experience? What was it like? Because Roscoe's still living.
He's still living.
And he's a phenomenal guy. He is a national recording artist.
He is.
That's been doing it for many people's lives.
Yes.
So what kind of experience did you pick from that? Did you get from that?
I look at Roscoe, he was that grandfather figure, and when he said, if I'm going to take you under my wing, I'm going to take you under my wing.
He meant it.
And you're going to learn from it, and I'm going to be there for you. And I learned so much from him, his patience for one,
right,
with the music and with the people that work with him and for him.
Okay.
Now, he was one of those people that if that note is not just right, you're not going on. You're not going to the next verse. You're not going to the next nothing until you get it right.
Right.
So I truly appreciate him for that because it helped me to critique myself.
Perfection is a teacher,
Yeah,
and we do know that, and we have to learn to listen and not think we just know it all like a lot of people like to do. And if you try to take the perfection and learn from it, then it'll carry you a long way.
Exactly.
So After the Roscoe Robinson and that experience with Eleanor, what was your next step in music?
Then I went on to start doing, like, as they said, karaoke with a live band.
Right.
You know, you got the karaoke with the machines. And
Right.
I did that for years. That
You were
helped
hosting
me.
it?
Yes.
Okay.
It helped me to get to a point where I could, you know, hold notes longer
Right.
and last longer on stage performing.
Right.
And so we created the live karaoke with the band.
I remember that.
And
What was your first stop with
it
the band?
was,
Because I remember you doing it.
I think it was Wellington Bistro.
Okay, Wellington.
We had Wellington Bistro and we had Mamas and Sons.
Right, right.
And we did Mamas and Sons on Sundays.
Okay,
We
I remember
had-
that.
And then we had the American Legion on Tuesday nights.
Oh yeah, that was big.
So it was.
That's when you
big.
really had blossomed.
Yes.
And what a way to go. Being from Wellington, Alabama, and start working at Wellington
Right,
Bistro
right.
with Sweet Charlotte. You know, we appreciate it. Charlotte gave us a lot of us opportunity to really hone our skills on stage and become.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fashionable. You go down there and it was like a junior French quarter.
Right, exactly.
Right, 2 blocks away.
Exactly.
So, you know, I really enjoyed embarking on that myself. But the karaoke thing really gave you the inspiration to become a front act, you know, because when we come back, we can talk a little bit more about you being in the background with me, and not for say the background, because you really were like a side partner, you know. We backed each other up, you know. I had a situation going, and we brought you into the fold, and you know me, I shared the stage like none other, because you know, I just don't consider nobody being a background singer. If you with me, you're gonna roll to the front, you know, because I know it's gonna take you places, you know. And like I said earlier, I'm proud of the things that I get to see you do,
Thank you.
the growth that I've seen, you know, in your music. And we know life kicks us down, and
Right.
we're gonna talk about that when we come back. Some different things that you've gone through,
Right.
that's gotten you to the point you are now, and that's gonna take you to the places you headed. So I want y'all to sit tight. I'll be right back. I got more to talk about with this young lady. Don't go nowhere. We'll be right back after these words from our sponsors.
Household Remodeling and Ironworks is licensed and bonded. For all your residential and commercial needs, Household Remodeling and Ironworks specialize in wrought iron burglar doors and windows, custom wrought iron estate doors, custom built handrails and gates, lawn service, trailer gates, and heating and air conditioning protected cages for home, businesses, and churches. Call Household Remodeling and Ironworks today to get your free estimate today. Locally owned and operated. Look for Household Remodeling and Ironworks on Facebook.
It's Vision 3 LLC, doing good for the entire neighborhood. DJs, venue assistants, fit training, life coaches, event planning. It's Vision 3, an information service for our community. To contact us, email us at vision3llc@yahoo.com.
If you need entertainment for a concert, corporate event, or private gathering, contact King's Entertainment Booking Agency, 205-705-4050. If you need a singer, if you need a live band, if you need a DJ, or if you need a host or MC, King's Entertainment Booking Agency has you covered with Lattimore, Wilson Meadows, MOSE Stovall, Mel Hollywood, Nathaniel Kimball, Certified Slim, T. Saunders, Bill Avery, the legendary Willie Mack, Stephanie Pickett, Taboo, Lady Trucker, MB Bradford, and host, MC, and DJ Ed Ramsey. If you need a singer, a band, a DJ, an MC, King's Entertainment Booking Agency with the best entertainment for corporate events, concerts, or private gatherings. King's Entertainment Booking Agents, 205-705-4050. When you want the best entertainment for your corporate event, concert, or private gathering, contact King's Entertainment Booking Agency, 205-705-4050.
All right, welcome back, y'all, to the MOSE STOVALL Show. I'm your host, MOSE STOVALL, and this is
Ms. Aretta.
Ms. Aretta. And Aretta, we stopped off talking about some of your experiences on the lily pad,
Right.
leaving Wellington, Alabama, and coming on into Birmingham, and your experiences with this music. And sounds like you got a great background, great track of things you've done with some great people, and that's always important.
It is.
And you know, I'm just, like I said, I can't say I'm proud of you enough
Thank you.
for the things that I've seen you do. And I know that the horizon holds big for you. So I'm giving you my blessings right now tonight. But we talked about, you know, you're working with different people. And I remember back in 2007. It was 2006, matter of fact. I got a call from Daryl Grayson, and he said, "Man, I know you're doing your thing, man. You ain't got no keyboard player." And we brought him in, and then he brought you in.
Right.
You know, we had a phenomenal thing going on. The Far Side Bandit Show.
And I still say to this day how much I appreciate you.
Yes.
Because, you know, I gained a lot from singing background, and then, you know, starting out with background with him, I was just like, you know what? I kind of like this thing. And I wasn't just background. He'd be like, you can do this, you can do this.
Yeah,
I'm like, wait a minute, I can't do that mode. He's like, yes, you can. I was like,
and believe it or not, I never knew that till right now. Anytime I told you, hey, pick you some songs, get you some songs, and that's why we rehearsed.
Right.
So you would be comfortable. You never shied away from it. You took that stuff and you ran with it. And you know, and I know that it was a great experience because I watched you grow in that little time, you know.
Yes,
you know, we did the Birmingham Race Course a lot.
Yes.
We even did it so much to where you start having your own night.
I did.
You know, and well, how was the experience working at Birmingham Race Course?
It was fun. I started telling people about it because people were like, "Oh, that's so far to drive from this side of town to that side of town." I said, "But you know what? Jump on the freeway. It won't take you long to get there."
Exactly.
I said, and then the experience that you'll have, you'll get a chance to see what it's like to experience a different atmosphere of people and music. So it was so much fun because I don't even remember the young lady's name that was over everything. Bobby. It sure was. And she made sure that she took care of us. She did. She took care of us from the time you walked into the door. I felt like a queen. From the time I walked in the door, she made sure everything I needed or thought I wanted that night was there in place. I've even had nights when I didn't feel my best, but she said, "You can't tell it because when you get on the stage," I said, "I just let it all go." You know, because she's like, "Well, we got you." She'd bring me get my hot tea sent in there to me. You know,
she did it. It was first class. It really was. Well, now when you broke off from me, I know working with me was easy because the band was already there. You didn't have to worry about orchestrating these guys. Tell me how it feels sometimes working with some of these musicians.
Ooh,
let's talk about that. Because I knew I used to worry about you because I said, you know, having a band to stay together and stick together. And I've watched where you've had to work with so many different folk. Because I know folk just won't do right. You know, musicians sometimes they get set in their ways and they don't want to act right. You know, it's a hard deal. So, and when you starting at the bottom of the band, you ain't got the biggest budget to pay these cats.
No.
So that's why they can talk crazy and not show up and do different things. So, what kind of experience has it been for you trying to hold a band together?
It has not been easy.
Right.
Being that, you know, so many, being a female, being a female and being the one to give orders and instructions. It's kind of like, you know, get that side eye from, you know, guys. But it's been an experience because you have those times when those guys come in and, I don't need to rehearse, I got it. I know what I'm doing, you know, and you like, okay, but I want this new song.
Right.
And I don't want to always be doing the same thing.
Right.
I can't do it if, you know, you don't rehearse. But these guys, you know, the experience with some of the guys from Birmingham, some of the men on the music scene, it's been hard for sometimes. You know, it hasn't always been that easy to just jump on stage and be able to sing. It's been sometimes we've been on stage and I'd be like, okay, you know, it's almost some arguments, but not arguments.
It's a struggle.
But the thing is, the audience never know that you and this person behind you has a disagreement.
Right.
You know, you're not
it's
playing
business
my
right
song.
now.
Right, it's business, and we getting paid at the end of the night. But there has been, you know, there had been times where, you know, I'm so disappointed in your sound tonight when I know how you normally sound, but you play in any old kind of way because you mad at, you know, something that you just all out of the blue.
Right.
You know,
I know. Right at that moment when it shouldn't be going on.
It shouldn't even be going on. But you know, I'm thankful that those that have stuck by me, those that have been in my life, musically, I'm proud of you being there with me, and I thank you. Most of all, I thank you because one, there are some that I wish could still be with me and would love to still have with me to this day. You know, and there are those that you say, okay, experience and keep it moving. And MOSE, I'm thankful because, like I said, you and Farside Band and those guys, along with the experience of Season the Please band and show,
Right.
it was a lot for me because nobody would have ever known me had I not been able to get up behind
Right,
you and sing
right,
with
right.
you. And then here I am beside you, and you throw me on the microphone and say you can do it. And when you said you can do this, I made up in my mind one day. I said, you know what? If I can sing background for everybody else, I can do this for myself.
I'm so glad you did that because it was a roadmap. You know, I don't think anything is forever.
Right.
Because you know yourself, nobody in Farside plays with me today.
Right. Exactly.
Nobody.
Exactly.
So not only struggles for you, you know, struggles for me. I even have I'm at a point right now where I go out and I've got a band, but I go out and do a lot of track shows and make good money. You know, so you know, I want to keep encouraging you to know that, you know, and like me, I felt crazy doing track shows.
Oh my gosh.
But at the end of the day now, when I get that paper,
Right.
I feel good about a track show. You know, so what you have to learn how to do, a lesson from me, get you some tracks built up like the band.
Right.
Let the band build you some tracks. Pay them. You know, you get with some of these guys that you know can really put that stuff together. Get that stuff to sound. Just go down there when they doing the track. That's what I do. I sit there with them. They make these tracks. I said, now right here, I want to talk.
Right.
So I make them leave that space.
Exactly.
You know, so I know my track. And my band, I call the thumb drive my band. I said, they be like, where your band at? And I hand them the thumb drive. Here you go.
Yes.
So I want you to, you know, and I'm glad you didn't not get discouraged when you felt discouraged.
Right.
Because this is a thing, this music game ain't no joke. It's a situation where you want to quit and quit. And you probably quit. You know, I just didn't know it, you know, but I can honestly tell you I've never quit.
Yes.
And I think you know that. Anybody that knows me, I have people that know I'm a consistent musician, consistent artist. There's no no in my world.
Right.
I just know how to go around the no's.
Exactly.
So always keep your head up, baby. Press forward. The sky's the limit. God got so much for you, Aretta, and I know that.
Yes.
So I pray for you on a daily.
Thank you. I appreciate
You know, anything I can do for you in this music world, as far as, you know, helping you write, helping you get, you know, the musician right.
Thank you.
You can't worry about other stuff. Just worry about the bottom line. And the bottom line is making good music. You need to flood the market. You know, make as much music as you can. I got 1 million songs.
And I'm ready.
And I even got, you know,
I'm ready.
working with your brother on some stuff. He know what I'm talking about.
Yes, he does.
So
We talked about it.
Yeah, we're gonna get together and do a duet.
Yes.
Really, really soon. Because I just want to
I'm
see
excited.
you. I want to see you flourish. You know, along with a lot of people in this city. Big Roll, and you know, I still got to do some things with him. But the sky's the limit. I got people working with me on the major level now, and I don't mind sharing. You know that. So
I appreciate it.
anything I can do for you, you got it. Before we get out of here, I want you to tell somebody, encourage somebody.
I do want to encourage somebody.
Give them something.
It's been so many times that I've wanted to give up. Actually, I told my mom and I told my brother and I told my sisters. I was like, look, I can't do this anymore.
Right.
Things that went on in my life, I just felt like it was too much pressure, too much stress, and
Right.
I tried to stop. And my brother was always on my shoulder behind me saying, you are not giving up.
Right.
And I'm like, but I just can't do this anymore.
Right.
But I'm thankful because back in 2017, I had a stroke.
Right.
And a lot of people
Bless
didn't
you.
know that I had a stroke.
Right.
And I laid in that hospital bed trying to talk to my daughter to tell her I can't do this and praying, God, if I gotta be like this,
You don't want it.
I don't want it, you know.
That's understandable.
And I thank God because not being able to walk and talk, it's a really bad feeling.
Right.
When you know you love being on stage, entertaining and
Right.
interacting with people. And I continuously pray and ask God, you know, I'm not where I want to be,
Right.
but I'm where I need to be
Right.
with
Right.
what's
And I
going
get
on
that.
in my life. And
Well,
I say that, you know, because MOSE, I'm thankful.
Right. That's what you gotta
You
do.
all not just are my brothers in the music, but you all are family to
Right.
me.
We are.
Because you've prayed with me and for me on some things, and you know, I'm thankful for it because, you know, that stroke made me understand that, hey, you could be up today and down tomorrow.
Amen. Amen.
And to be where I am, back singing and dancing on stage.
Like where you are, you know, you're looking better than ever.
Thank you.
You know, I saw you when you were going through some things. We're going to talk about that on the next interview. But I know that God is delivering you.
Yes.
Continue to walk in peace, baby. Walk in God. Peace is what I have.
Yes.
And I don't let things just get to me like that. And my doctor say, man, I never seen nobody not have high blood pressure and they black, you know. But I walk in peace. I don't let things, you know, the way of the world is not my way. So I stay my hand in God's, and I continue to press forward. But I'm going to invite you back. I want to thank you again tonight for coming in. We just didn't have enough time to do what we need to do on this interview, but we got enough for tonight. I will be doing a part 2 on Miss Aretta, so y'all stay tuned for this thing, and we really want to thank you guys for joining us. Tell them how they can get your music that's out there now.
It's gonna be everywhere. I've gotten it uploaded, and I'm definitely gonna make sure that you're able to find me. Look me up on Facebook. I'm always gonna be doing something somewhere with somebody, and like my brother said, it's just growing, and I'm thankful. I'm on YouTube. I am on Reverb Nation. I have 3 songs out. I have Give Me Your Love, and I have Pushing Me, and I also have my latest, I Had Enough.
Tell them how they can book you real quick. Make
sure you get in contact with me, 205-441-3957, or at Aretta Woodruff 116785@gmail.com. Get in contact with me, or Aretta Woodruff 1167 YouTube. Let me change that, at yahoo.com. 1167 at yahoo.com.
Y'all heard it here on the MOSE STOVALL first. Check out Miss Aretta, man. I got to get out of here, man. See you guys next week. We love you.
We love you too. Bye.
It's Vision 3 LLC, doing good for the entire neighborhood. DJs, venue assistants, fit training, life coaches, event planning. It's Vision 3, an information service for our community. To contact us, email us at vision3llc@yahoo.com.
Household Remodeling and Ironworks is licensed and bonded. For all your residential and commercial needs, Household Remodeling and Ironworks specialize in wrought iron burglar doors and windows, custom wrought iron estate doors, custom built handrails and gates, lawn service, trailer gates, and heating and air conditioning protected cages for home, businesses, and churches. Call Household Remodeling and Ironworks today to get your free estimate today. Locally owned and operated. Look for Household Remodeling and Ironworks on Facebook.
I told you I had a great interview on tap for you today, and I hope you guys really, really enjoyed getting to know Miss Aretta just a little better. She's wonderful. Make sure you check her out. Make sure you follow her on all social media platforms. I promise you, you won't go wrong with it. I'll catch you back here next week, same time, same station. Remember, once a task has just begun, never leave it until it's done. Be the labor great or small, do it well or not at all. That's our time for this week. We'll see you next week. Be good. Bye.